Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, it's always exciting to talk to an aspiring trainer. Meet Ben Dunn. His parents have been in the business for a long time, Felissa and John Dunn, and we caught up with him about his future aspirations. Here with Ben Dunn, and your parents are both trainers and owners, Felissa and John. You were in the family business. Tell us how you got to join your parents working in the barn here.
Yeah, well, I dropped out of Penn State, and I didn't really have anything to do. I was kind of trying to find my means, and stumbled over here, started walking horses, and say about like 3 months later one day my mom said, do you like anyone? You could claim one for $5,000. And I picked Just Stay Home. You know, she just won 2 in a row and then bounced back to a 4th. But after her, it just went uphill since then.
What goes into your homework?
Oh, I read racing forums all day, probably like 8 hours a day. I gamble a lot. I like betting, and that kind of helped me learn to read numbers. I look into buyer speed figures, and that's basically like my cup of tea. And I learned a lot of trends, try to find the spot where they take their jump and just get them on the rise.
Well, you've been born into this. Your parents are both trainers, Felissa and John. Do you learn a lot from them, and who else have been mentors?
Yeah, it helps a ton. Just like around the house, I can watch races with my dad, ask him anything at any time.
Well, you have aspirations of your own to be a trainer. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so probably in a couple of years, sometime in my 20s, I'll go off on my own and hopefully keep the winning streak going.
What would you say to a young person that wants to get into horse racing but doesn't know if they can do it?
I love it. I'm teaching some of my friends how to read racing forms, trying to get more young guys into horse racing. That's the biggest dream of mine, get more young people so that when I'm older, the racetrack's still alive, and keep this industry going.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun talking to you. Good job, and good luck, Ben.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, it's so cool to see Ben so passionate and try to get his friends involved in horse racing. A good story to follow.
Indeed. You told me he likes buyer figures, too?
He loves buyer figures.
We love Ben. Get involved, Ben. Stay involved. Get your friends at it.